Alrighty, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the podcast. Uh, just gotta get a few things set up, and we'll be ready to go. Hope everyone's day is going well. Everyone's week went well and is going well as we head into the weekend. If you did not catch it, I will re-over once we get into the podcast why the episode's coming out today, 2 days ago. But if you catch the last episode, you would know. Otherwise, I will repeat it. Just want to get everything set up and then we'll start. Some big news to go over between MLB, NFL playoffs, even NFL outside of playoffs. Got a whole lot to talk about in this episode. Okay, that is set. We are set. We're ready to go. Let's begin. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of BITBE110 podcast. On this week's episode, we've got MLB news. We've got Bill Belichick potentially finding his new coach spot. We've got Super Wildcard Weekend recap with how I did so far with the bracket and divisional round predictions, whether based on bracket results, my bracket or not, and more. Let's get right into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 110 of Betting in the Booth podcast. Thank you so much for the support to this point. I very much appreciate it. If you were not here last episode, I was not able to do the episode this week on Tuesday because I was in Atlanta between Tuesday and earlier today. I came back this afternoon. Very good, fun trip. Finally got to go check out Truist Park, which that's a beautiful stadium of its own. And by the way, shout out to my grandparents who took me on this trip. Really great to be able to spend some time with them. Because I'm not always with them, being that they don't live in New York with me, but they live not too far away. But the Truist Park, I have to say, and this was the final stadium I hadn't been to in the NL East ballparks, and I think I made the right decision with unintentionally making it be the last ballpark I hadn't been to in the NL East, because it was a very great, nice stadium. And, like, the craziest thing is it's not even in downtown Atlanta. It's literally a town of its own. Like, there's some sort of Topgolf thing around it. There's a movie theater, I think, a music theater, like a whole bunch all around the stadium. That's like a literal mini town in like an area called the Battery. Sorry about that. But that stadium is beautiful, and that was a great way to close out the NL East ballparks. I definitely plan to go back for a game. I mean, either way I would, but after having seen it, it definitely makes me want to go back for a game even more so. And then I went to Coca-Cola, World Coca-Cola Tour, which I don't drink soda, but I thought would be interesting. It was it wasn't crazy. I mean, I guess, like, if you wondering, like, would I recommend it? Kinda not. It's not like jump off the page. At least for me, my grandparents wasn't crazy, but it was interesting. It was a bit worth it in a way. And then I went to Hawks Magic last night, which for the first time in my life, I got to see a game end on a buzzer beater in person. Of course, I've seen on TV. One of the most infamous I've seen on TV was Derrick Rose against Cavaliers in 2015 playoffs. Pretty sure I saw on TV, or either way, like, I saw it not in person, or at the game, I should say. And basically, tied at 104, DeJounte Murray, guard for Hawks, hit the game-winning buzzer beater two-pointer to give the Hawks a 106-104 win. And it was a crazy game. The most crazy stat of it all, and to put it simply before I even go into the stat, This was the sloppiest game I had seen ever in my life for an NBA game in the turnovers department. There were 36 turnovers between the two teams. Now, yes, I get turnovers are very much more of a thing than they used to be in the NBA. But 36 in one game, it really is a big number. Most of it was Atlanta 23-13, but like 36 in one game. Like me and my grandparents were just saying that, are saying like this is like a really sloppy game. I mean, it was a very good game in general because it ended on buzzer beater, but it was just like, what is going on with all this sloppiness? But the stadium's honestly pretty nice. It's nice and solid in general. And yeah, so that's why the episode wasn't 2 days ago, and that's tonight instead. So let's sorry. Let's get into it. We'll start with NFL because we have breaking news. Plus, I have to potentially re-update something in my notes. But Bill Belichick, I don't think it's like official, but today it came out that Bill Belichick is, let me see, is expected to be named the next head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, who had gotten rid of Arthur Smith. It's kind of crazy because he's a